Welcome to the OFX podcast. I'm Dave Claxton. Along with me, as always, is the leg day liaison, Bethany McChesney. And we might talk about some stuff, but I think we're going to shoot. By the way, sorry we missed a week, but I was doing shit. Do you have a beer tonight, Bethany?
So we're
I have mine.
yeah, so I we were doing dry January and then my Lanny, my good friend Lanny, so she one of her sponsorships is with a beer company in London, and it's I'm an IPA girl. It's a dark IPA, and we had this case of it, and I'm like, it's so hard to do dry January when like your favorite beer is sitting there staring at you all the time. So I'm like, okay, there's a couple more. I gotta finish these, and then I can do dry January. So yes, this is one of them. So her beer is called the Black Sheep IPA because
I think I've
Lanny,
heard of that.
what's that? Yeah.
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's great. And yeah, so we had a couple of them left. So I'm like, I gotta get these out of the house. And then dry January will start.
I mean, I don't do it dry January because I'm dry 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't drink a lot either, right? So I wouldn't think
No.
you'd need to really. You're just doing it. Are you doing it for like a charity thing?
No, I usually do dry January.
You're
Like
such a
it's
trendy bitch, God damn it.
yeah, I know. I know. I do. I think it's good once in a while to take like chunks
Yeah.
of time away from something like that, to kind of evaluate, you know. But and it's good for your health. So I do usually do it for like January, February, March-ish. Um, but yeah.
I just
Also,
don't drink.
I like the little challenges at the gym too, and like when people talk about it. So
I just is when it comes to the dry thing. I mean, I just don't drink enough to make it even worthwhile to try. It's like dry January. Well, that's just like the last month I did. So
yeah.
I've gotten less and less and less. Like the only thing I drink now that has any alcohol is every now and again when we have sushi, I'll have sake.
Oh yeah.
And if they had a non-alcoholic version of that, I'd drink that.
Yeah. There are some things sometimes where it like enhances the experience of it. Very
Yeah.
cultural type things. Yeah.
For me, and we're not at the trailer right now, but when we're at the trailer and we had like sushi to go, and it's like a Friday night and it's really nice, just a little chill. You get sushi to go and then a nice hot sake after.
Mhm.
That's really nice.
Mhm.
That's that's worth a little bit of alcohol that I drink.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's this I think I want to live in Southampton. Between the gym and a couple of restaurants, it's really good.
Oh, it's a really nice area. Yeah, we stayed in that area a little bit last summer for the one adventure race that we did, and it was
Oh,
really nice.
that's the one you did with Mason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool. No, yeah, it's been going really good. I promise we might talk about a topic eventually. Um, but I have been having, and we just what I said before when we just hit record, I'm like, I've been having so much fun working out differently,
Training like a CrossFitter.
training like a CrossFitter. I'm still not fully dialed in as to programming. Cole's giving me a little help setting that up. But so I still need to work some stuff out here and there, but I'm enjoying it a lot
Mhm.
and I'm feeling good. No, I'm doing CrossFit the way I've always said I would do it.
Mhm.
So there's no snatches, like no barbell snatches, no, I haven't done overhead squats. I don't plan to. No ring muscle ups, no handstand push-ups.
Yeah, no.
No, not gonna happen. We learned from Lexi.
Yeah,
Lexi has
never.
taught us no handstand push-ups.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, no handstand walking. I'm gonna waste my time doing a bunch of skills that just take me time to learn.
Yeah, the
I'm just
gymnastic stuff.
yeah, I'm just working out hard
Yeah.
and like sometimes seeing cool things on the internet and go, ooh, I'm gonna do that.
Mhm.
Like fitting it in. So there's actual specific time in my program that is meant for fitting in fun stuff that I saw on the internet that I'm like, that looks like a cool thing to do. I'm gonna
Mhm.
try that. Like
Mhm.
the last one I sent you that you're like, did someone program this? No, not really. but that looks like a fun one to me.
Mhm.
It is kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Like, so what was it? It was I added the running. So without the running, and actually the first way I saw it was 3 rounds of three reps of 1.5 times your body weight for deadlift, 1.25 times your body weight for squat, and your body weight on a bench press. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. But I thought we'd add some 400-meter running, make it 4 reps, 4 rounds of 4 reps to make it longer. And yeah, and I thought that that was pretty cool. I'd like to do that. Maybe add pull-ups to it as well, because pull-ups should be in there, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Add a
It should
pull.
be.
The run would definitely be your recovery though.
Well, yeah, I did one of my HTX things the other day, and I did a full one with the run in between. And the clean and presses at the end were way easier than when I just went straight through without any running,
Hmm.
like just letting the arms recover a bit. Cool. Actually, so I'll talk about HTX for a sec. I've had a lot of people ask me when I'm going to put up a leaderboard, when I'm going to do all that, host some events and stuff. The reason I've been hesitant is I wasn't quite sure it was exactly the way I wanted to do it yet. It still felt like so I'm trying something a little bit different. And if anyone wants to try this, I'm giving it a test next weekend. I kind of just set a benchmark the other day. Um, so I'm taking from LT Games, taking all 3 sets of dumbbells, putting them in front, and then you just pick whatever set you want for, or whatever weight you want for that set, and then numbers are accordingly. And I changed the set reps or the reps for the set for the weights a little bit so that it's actually 10, 15, and 20. So it's instead of having like 6 divisions and people, if we hold an event, like 6 different podiums, and then it just goes on forever. It's
Yeah.
just there's a female and a male.
Hmm.
And yes, I do think it's an advantage if you can do the heavier ones.
So this is like the LT games,
It would be
kind of
like the LT
taking,
games.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that idea.
So like for example, and I'll lay it out what we've got so far. And again, we're still testing. So for the women's, you have 50 pounds. So 2 50-pound dumbbells for 10 reps, 2 35-pound dumbbells for 14 reps, or 2 25-pound dumbbells for 20 reps. And it works out to everyone's the same weight. So basically, you're 5 more reps every time you go down. So if it comes down to almost, I kind of look at it as if you have to break, you probably want to go the next weight down because that'll be faster. Because one break, like for a lot of the movements, 5 reps, it's quick. Like I set my time straight through with the 70s for men.
Mhm.
And now this week I just went straight through with the 70s. Now I'm going to try to do it with as fast as possible with the different weights and see how it goes. And I think I'll beat it, but it'll be interesting. So I just think that that would be more not I don't know if it's more simple, but more inclusive and less divisions and less to choose from. You're just there, you run your race, and
Yeah.
you go. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm looking forward to giving it a try. And then when I test that, and if that works, then I'm going to do some stuff.
Mhm.
It's, yeah. But yeah, what's your event schedule? Do you got anything set up for the gym yet?
Um, no, we haven't really. We have so many new programs starting right now at the gym. So I'm just trying to see how everything really fits in. Um, my brother is starting working at my gym. So which brings a whole other element
It's a
to
strongman brother.
yeah, my brother's a
Nice.
pro strongman. So he's bringing in the log. There's these stacks of weights that keep piling up at the back of the gym. And yeah, I'm kind of excited for the element that he brings to it. So yeah, Brad and I did do an Atlas head to head last
Oh, oh yeah, I
November.
remember that. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
smashed it.
I did, yeah. But he so over Christmas when we did the Santa Shuffle with the gym, the charity event, the 5K, and my kids were like, "Why is Uncle Brad not coming?" I'm like, "Brad can't run 5K." And then he kind of got offended by it. So he came over, walked into my basement, went on my treadmill, ran 5K at like a 5 minute kilometer, and he was like, "See, Beth, strong men could run."
That's not bad.
Yeah, Brett, he's a little bit of a freak. So he's kind of one of these people who you're like, you never want to say you can't do something because he'll prove you wrong. Um,
But
and like,
there's that difference between running or lifting and then putting the two together and how it affects one another.
yeah, yeah. And so, but his background, like he was a sprinter jumper for in
Mhm.
track and field. And it has just always been an explosive athlete. So doing long runs, and for a sprinter jumper, like a 5K is a long run. It's just it's it's too long for his attention span, really.
Can
So
relate.
he's just never done it, but it's not like he's incapable. Um, so yeah, the when we would race like something like the Atlas, or if there was a Deca, I would even a Deca Strong, just because of my cardio and lactic threshold, I could usually beat him. But I mean, if he put in some time, I probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
But having him there and just his expertise is going to add other elements to the gym. So I haven't put anything in the schedule yet because I want to be able to incorporate some of the aspects that he kind of brings to the gym too. Like I think it'd be super fun to do like an intro to strongman type competition.
I would come for that class.
Yeah.
Like not obviously weekly, but
Yeah. The
yeah,
barrier of this is what
100%.
this one I said too, which I find is so true. The barrier of entry for strongman is still very high.
Mhm.
Like even just the log, so the log press, which is, one of the very traditional strongman exercises, the log itself is 105 pounds. So
Yeah.
if you can't press that, which I mean, obviously that's a doable weight for a lot of people that do lift, but that's like just the weight, just the log with nothing on it.
Yeah.
So the barrier of entry is still pretty high, and there's a lot with super heavy, like ultra heavy sandbags. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
like I've been lifting like cleaning that 150-pound sandbag, and that's
mhm,
very it's difficult for me.
yeah,
Um, and they're like that's like warming shit up. But
yeah. That's like women's weight
yeah,
entry
exactly.
level.
If yeah, entry level women's weights, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just cool. Like I just like that there's so many different things that people can kind of find where they kind of get excited about something. So I'm excited to bring it here. So well, we're gonna see. We're gonna kind of see what directions the gym takes. So we are initially though we're starting a lifting club for teens because I always feel like they're
That's
the
cool stuff.
forgotten population.
The
And
broccoli blanch needs a little bit of direction.
yes, they do. They do. Yeah, when you see those 16, 17-year-old kids in the gym lifting and they need a
I,
little bit of injection and
I
some
don't say
proper
anything.
training.
I don't say
Yeah.
anything.
No,
But
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 I've seen
they're
some
coming to your
kids.
gym for instruction. That's different.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I it's such an age where if you can really capture them and help them fall in love with things like lifting instead of them going in and learning from the wrong people and getting hurt, or bad practices and ego lifting and stuff like that. And if we can just get them in and teach them proper movement patterns with just the fundamentals, like your hinge, squat, push, pull, then I think over time in the long term it would really help them out. So we're starting a teen lifting club next week, which I'm pretty excited about.
All right, time for some Beth expertise.
That's
All right,
for
Beth expertise. All right, so I'm of the opinion, and this is just me in my mind. I do not promote this to other people. I believe for me at my age, I'm putting caps on the amount of weight I will lift, right? Because risk reward, I do not think it's worth it for me to lift incredibly heavy.
Mhm.
Now, that varies from person to person, what incredibly heavy is.
Yeah.
But I think I know that a lot of women in menopause and stuff, they're told you need to lift heavy, you need to lift heavy. I think that that needs to be defined really well.
Well, I mean, when you say heavy,
Yes.
that's an extremely relative term, but I think using the word heavy to women basically is telling them to put the 8, 10 pound dumbbells away.
Yes, and I hope that's what
And
most of them get out of
grab
it.
something that puts some tension in the system.
Yeah.
It's not one rep maxing
Yeah.
on a
And
regular basis. And this is something too that I don't have any of my athletes do one rep max.
yeah,
Um, in the hybrid space and the endurance space especially, and even I do a youth program, we do 3 to 5 rep range max. I don't unless you're training for a sport where your one rep max is important, I don't have anybody do one rep max.
and so I've even gone away. Like I've done last year training, I did a lot of sets of four, sets of
Mhm.
five. And this year I'm actually moving away from it a bit because again, like I said, I have this kind of max quota that I want to lift and don't want to go over. And
Mhm.
I've extended the reps now to sets of 10 and shortened my rest periods for the muscular endurance for the stuff I want to do, right? Because basically the stuff I want to do is almost competitive metcons,
Yeah.
right? So but I look at it then when I said that routine where it's like deadlift 1.5 times your body weight, that's not where my max number is, but that's kind of the thing. Like, okay, that's not a bad guideline to me. I'm like, and
Mhm.
you lift that weight 1.5 to you deadlift 1.5 times your body weight, you're gonna get fit.
Mhm.
You're gonna like. I just think I believe sometimes we over, and I guess maybe this is part of ego lifting. We overemphasize how much you have to lift to get fit. Like if you just did Murph with your body weight, watch those calisthenics guys. They get fit, right?
Yeah.
Without the weight. So it's just an interesting area, and there's so many different opinions online with different influencers, which some are shit, but some are good. And
Very few are good. I'm sorry, but again,
I know I'm trying to be
Instagram is
nice.
going to be the death of me one day with so much bad information. It's interesting. So right now, my daughter is really getting into lifting, and
Nice.
she's like, I want to get jacked. And so she's been super consistent. So she's on Instagram and she sends me 5 or 6 videos every day from Instagram influencers. Is this true? And I'm
Oh,
like, oh my God, no, it's not true. I'm like, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, this is so dumb. I'm like, please stop. And
all right,
it's
ready?
so much
Hit
bad
it, Beth.
info.
Worst Instagram myths, fitness influencer myths.
Well, there's a lot of Instagram videos where it's like, where it's like 10 to 15 reps is bad.
Oh yeah,
6 to 8 reps is great. And I'm like, that's not bad.
no.
Like, it's always, well, what are we talking about here? And they just put extremes on things where like, this is bad, this is good. Eating this is bad, eating this is good. Or like, cardio is bad. Never do cardio after you lift. And then it's
Mhm.
like, hey, well, but like, what's your purpose of training? Like everything comes back to what are you training for? Like if there's a purpose, then it makes sense. Like a 20 rep range makes sense if you're training for a deca where you're doing 20 reps of things.
Yep.
It's not bad. Why would you say it's bad? That's ridiculous.
It's so on the same thing. What I've seen is they'll be like they'll hit it. The influencer will hit it like this, and let's just use your rep scheme for difference for a
Mhm.
thing. You got to do 6 to 8. That's where you're going to make the most muscle. This is it. You do anything else, you're wasting your fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're not. You're really not.
No.
You're, and here's the thing: is 6 to 8 reps the best? I don't know. Maybe.
Depends what your
Give me
goals
some
are.
more. Maybe 15 to 20. Maybe. I don't know. But even if you got the wrong one, you're talking making a 1% difference.
Right. Are
Like,
you still lifting? Yes, good.
yeah.
Are you
So
still adding resistance to the system and
mhm.
putting, strain on the joints? Yes, good.
I kind of look at it as no matter what you do, the last 2 reps should be hard.
Hmm. Yeah, for the most, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, is a wide kind of blanketish statement. You
Hmm.
know, your last reps should be hard,
Hmm.
whether you're
This is
doing
another one that she sends me a fair bit where they say doing combination exercises are a waste of time, like a squat press. They're like, do a
like a
squat,
thruster.
do a press, a thr I'm like, that's a thruster, and we do that regularly because it's a very effective movement for I don't know, like being better at movements such as like a wall ball if you're training for high rocks. Again, I was like, what's the purpose of your training? It doesn't elevate your heart rate. Building, are we trying to build fatigue? Are we training for a movement that's applicable to something that we're training for? Like, but they're just like, this is bad. I'm like,
Yeah, I've seen that one too. Like you're
"Hmm,
doing, yeah, and it was with thrusters too. You're holding
yeah,
yourself back. I'm like, you can still do squats without the thrusters too. You could
like
do it both.
after.
Like it's
Right.
okay. It's cool. You could do it before. You could do it after.
Yeah,
Whatever. It's good.
I know. Yeah. Or how about
I
this one? If you run after you lift, it ruins all your gains. Ruins.
Yeah, ruins. You will get no gains if you run after your lift. You were probably better off not to lift in the first place because you're
Yeah.
actually going to go backwards.
Yeah.
You will get weaker. Um, cool. Yeah. I don't I honestly, oh, I was thinking about this the other day. I want, and this is the influencers aside, I want an Instagram that is purely sports and dogs.
My Instagram is basically just dogs
Yes, that's great. So that's all I want to see because
because it makes me happy.
yeah, I just want the positives. I don't want any of the
Yeah.
crap. Like I don't need that. I just want to see some cool sports stuff and dogs
Yeah.
and maybe cats hitting each other because cats hitting each other is always fun.
Yeah.
Oh, dogs and babies is good. I'm all right with that. But
Yeah.
oh, and cars. Gotta be cars. I know you can do without the cars, but I need the cars.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. What other influencer stuff? The food is huge too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I mean, you need to eat this, and this, and or again, everything you work at was just thrown to trash. It's gone.
Well, and I think people need to really realize that nutrition as a science is new. Relatively new. So we're still always learning things. So to put absolutes on anything is still a little bit silly because we're still learning.
Mhm.
And I think ultimately extremes are dangerous. Cutting out a whole macronutrient is dangerous. Anything you can't maintain long term is dangerous unless you're talking about a health issue that you need to have sorted out. But there's so much. The nutrition stuff online is really quite wacky and really quite frustrating. Basically everything on Earth I've seen at some point on Instagram is bad for me. So I don't know what on earth I would ever eat.
I know they tell me eggs are bad for me sometimes. I'm fucked.
Oh yeah,
I-
same.
I'm screwed.
Eggs, rice, potatoes, fruits, vegetables sometimes. Like it's
Yeah.
just, yeah, it's a lot.
However, if you take a lot of powdered stuff, that's good, especially if you have to pay a lot of money for it and an influencer gets some money back.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are good. You
Yeah.
need those. I was going to say, and this is a political thing, but isn't. So in the States, they turned the pyramid upside down. Did you hear about that?
I know they just released a new health food guidelines. They did in Canada too.
Yeah, so basically they turned the pyramid upside down. So now at the top of the pyramid, like more important, where I think it used to be like,
Wasn't the top fats?
yeah, like meats and stuff like that and proteins and fats, whereas it like used to be all the carb, like the bread and stuff like that. And like when I was a kid, having a breakfast cereal, like those are the most important things.
Yeah.
Whereas now it seems actually to me makes more sense.
Like
There's
prioritizing protein?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's not saying no to carbs. It's just saying that this is what a lot of people are not getting because
Yeah.
they're eating like so much processed stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was, I guess, instituted by RFK, who doesn't do full pull-ups, but is still in good shape for a dude his age. And he's also on testosterone, but whatever. But hey, he's pretty jacked up for a 70-year-old dude.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
it may have gone to his head, but but anyway. But on this part, I think it was a cool move.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's very fascinating studying culture as a society and how things just change and ideas change and
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to be a little better on my nutrition this year. That's a focus of mine, along with just having fun and
Mhm.
getting back to, power, more power. I do.
I'm
I think
more speed.
more speed. Yeah, but no, you're not. You're not speed for 50K.
Okay, fine. No, you're right. I'm not.
That's like anti-speed.
Yeah, you're right. Fine. I'm hoping it works in reverse where like the more I run, the faster I get by default. We'll see.
Wouldn't hurt. Well, the faster you'll get over 50K anyway.
Yes.
I think it's cool. I mean, I love the concept of ultras. I always
Mhm.
have. It's just the training I don't like.
I'm running baby ultras though. 50K
Yeah,
is still the baby
I
ultra.
know, but now you're minimizing yourself, right? Now you're like, oh, it's just this.
Yeah.
Oh, but Sally's running 100 miler.
I know. I see it's so relative. It's so relative. Because I have clients that signed up for an 80K and I'm like, I'm only doing the 50. And I use the word only before 50K.
See, you need a little more of my evil because it used to be when like I would run Spartan and everybody's like, oh, I'm doing the ultra. I'm like, you're gonna be very tired for the sprint. I will expose this.
People actually race a sprint after an ultra.
No, but some of them like it's sprint was always on the Sunday, and usually they've done a
Oh, yeah.
super obese the day before or something, and
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah,
Mhm.
man, I'm gonna. Well, I mean, I did it at Worlds, right? You guys go run the fit. I will take that day off.
Yeah.
All part of the plan.
Um, Speaking of relative speed, I feel like we talked about this, but
Yeah.
this was a big weekend in Canadian distance running for
Are
all
you
my,
gonna talk about records or steroids?
right. I know. Well, I know that's another big thing too, but we had two Canadian records smashed this weekend. So there's the Houston Marathon and Half Marathon, if you're into the road racing scene, is a very fast marathon and half. The timing of it kind of sucks because like some of your peak weeks are around Christmas, but 3 weeks into or 2 weeks into January is Houston. So people go there to race fast times. Rory Linkletter, who is our top half and marathon guy right now, he was our first Canadian to run a sub 60 half marathon. So that's 21K faster than most people run a high rocks. 59:49. So this is a 250 per kilometer. So our first Canadian male to break that 60-minute barrier in the half.
I have never run a single 250 kilometer.
That is so fast.
I honestly, I don't know what my PR for a kilometer is ever, but I'm going to say it's in that 3 to 320 area.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably
mean,
the
I
fastest
used
I've
to,
ever done.
yeah, 3 minutes would I've probably done a sub three at some point, but yeah, not, no, yeah, it's,
21 of them in straight.
hmm yeah. Well, my 3,000 time was low threes for a bit, but,
Yeah, but
um,
again, that's still
back in
another
the
eight,
day.
eight, 18 off.
Yeah. And then the same weekend we had Kieran Lum become our first Canadian to run sub 28 for the 10K in Valencia. So Valencia is known as one of the fastest 10Ks in the world. Um, 27:50. So now we're talking, what's this? A 2:38 per kilometer. Um, get this. So we talk a lot about like relatively speaking. He was 31st. Like we're not even
Attaboy.
close to podium. And
You got an attaboy.
we're like 30, 27:50 for a 10K. And you're like in the masses. Like it's just
Part of the
crazy.
peloton.
Yeah. Yeah. So um but our Canadian scene with the distance running is, I mean, and the men's this past weekend was really exciting to see. Like this half marathon time, our Canadian record has gone down 3 times in the last 2 years. So, yeah, it's a really exciting time in distance running in Canada. So it's pretty cool to see.
Do you ever
But
watch it? Like, do you use like do you watch like I know a lot of times I hear the states and stuff. You can watch the marathons and whatever and Olympic trials and stuff on YouTube or whatever and watch them while you're running on the treadmill. Do you ever watch the Canadian ones like that?
so my biggest qualm with track and field and road racing in general is it's extremely difficult to watch races. Um, and this is where I'll say, like our hybrid racing stuff, they do a good job of bringing spectatorship to the
Mhm.
sport. And track and field is still very old school, and they don't do a good job of this. You can usually watch these races, but you're paying for some random subscription to, and I mean I used to subscribe to Flow Track, which was kind of the old one. But I just don't know if I would watch enough races for it to be worth it now. But it's a random subscription program and another one on top of, things that you might already subscribe to in order to be able to watch these races. And I just don't. But I could watch a full marathon beginning to end. Like I'll watch Boston, I could watch people run. I do again wish they would do a better job of covering more than just, the leaders and stuff, but yeah, it is pretty bad at coverage when it comes to these big road races. I think a race like Valencia would have been super exciting to watch. And we had a High Rocks lady racing in Valencia, who I've talked about. We need to keep an eye on her, Holly Archer. So she
It's a
went to,
cool name too.
it is an awesome
Just a
name.
good name.
Oh, like she could logo herself so well. It'd be the best. Yeah. So she ran a 33:48 for the 10K. Yeah. So that's a 322 kilometer. So yeah, keep your eyes out for again, Holly Archer.
Like she's coming. Like she said she's coming to do
Yeah,
high rocks.
she is.
And she
Yeah.
does not look like your typical marathon runner. She looks like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna tell you she looks like jacked strong, but she looks strong.
She's very strong. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's very strong for a competitive distance runner. She just signed a pro contract with a company that's based out of Britain, and she has said that like she's focusing on both road racing and high rocks. So, I mean, I don't know many women that are faster than Holly Archer when it comes to pure speed. So just when we look at some of the best runners on the female side, Meg Jacoby, she just ran a PB in the half marathon this year. She ran a 118 half.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Which is
which
great.
which is that is fast. And again, everything is relative, right? A lot of
Mhm.
us would love to run a 118, which is so that's a 342 kilometer. Holly Archer, I don't know her PB, but based on her 10K time, she's probably sitting more like a 110 to 114 half.
Yeah.
Lauren Weeks has run some halves and they're around a 123. Um, which is just your it's about a sub 4 per kilometer. She could probably run a 120 half. So Holly Archer again is one of those names to really seriously look out for. And then I've said this before too, our Canadian girl and um Madeline,
Yeah.
and she just ran a 2026 high 8K. A
Yeah.
very competitive field out in BC. She beat our Olympian Natasha Wodak. And yeah, I mean she's coming for high rocks too. So we've got some serious speed coming in.
Okay.
And Madeline was not traditionally a distance runner. She was actually a high jumper. So we know she has the height, which helps so much with those ergs.
Hot take. 2 years from now, if High Rocks is still booming as it is now, um, I think the women's field will be almost entirely different. I think a storm is coming.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the men's too. I think a storm is coming, and I think a lot of these really, really good runners who were kind of strong for runners are seeing that, well, there's a little bit of money to be made here if I can get my wall balls and a sled down,
Yeah.
and they can give up 10 seconds per kilometer and still be smoking fast.
Yeah. I mean,
I
Holly Archer's 10K at 3:22, so she can run 3:30s,
Mhm.
probably compromised.
Well, we just like you said with Maddie, right? Like she ran her slowest run wasn't even a 4 minute. Like her
Yeah.
slowest run was like 350 something, and that's normally a lot of the women's faster runs.
Yeah.
And that was what her first one.
Yeah.
She had no idea what she was doing out there.
Yeah.
Like she might have researched and known, like but really, we all know you run your first high rocks, you don't know what you're doing out there.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot that you don't know.
Yeah, which is proven by her getting a minute and a half in penalties.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think a storm's coming. I think if I was in the Elite 15 women's field right now, I'd be making hay while it rains or while the sun shines because
Yeah.
I think time might be ticking.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So, and the men too. I mean, we're not seeing as many because I don't know why, but I think the women's field is in for an upheaval.
Hmm.
Now, I don't think Meg or Joanna or Lauren are going anywhere, but that
No.
the, the back end is going to get really crowded,
Yeah. Yes. I
really
agree.
hard to make. So,
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of the hard rock stuff. I love the team, the doubles. I'm really excited for it, but it's still hard. It's hard to follow because everybody's switching teammates and jumping around, and I want them to make a system where like this is your team, your teammate at the start of the year, and unless there's an injury, I don't know. I just
That's just so hard though, because we're still
Yeah, it
talking
is.
to a lot of people who have who are not necessarily professional athletes. So they have
Yeah,
lives and such that to coordinate two people's schedules where they can
I know.
always be at the same races together, I think that's just I don't think we're at that point where that's possible yet.
Hey, what's the date today? The 12th,
13th.
13th. They still haven't announced that new system they were going to announce in the beginning of January.
Hmm.
What's up with that? I don't know. I want to hear about that soon. Because I think from what I'm hearing, there'd be like three. You have to race three races as a team together, which again, like you just said, is going to be hard as hell.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But I guess that puts towards something like that. I just want this pure fan perspective, not a logical perspective. I just really like team stuff and want to cheer for a team.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you ever think they're going to get the mixed doubles in it? Get it sorted out so it's not Alex Ronkovich running as fast as he can and a track girl just running their laps with him.
Yeah, I hope that they do. I'm excited for Phoenix because Dylan is racing with Lauren.
With Lauren Weeks.
Uh-huh.
Are Lauren and Vivian not trying to qualify there?
Did they not already? Maybe she's doing both.
She might be doing, no, Lauren and Vivian, they got their time in, so now they're qualified for Phoenix.
Right.
So then, because Lauren were qualified for Worlds, but Lauren Griffith is injured and you know not 100%. So that's why
Yes.
Lauren and Vivian went to Vancouver last minute to get in a qual time to go for Phoenix. But I would not be surprised if Lauren Weeks is doing a race with Dylan as well.
Yeah. Yeah, to make it fair, I don't know how you do it and how you keep track. So if you said women have to do 50% of the stations, so then now what your judges are setting a timer to make sure you're getting 50% of the work from the female. I just don't know how you logically and realistically put work requirements on the female in the mixed doubles.
I think you have to completely change the system and the setup. Like there has because exactly what you're saying. I think it's too impractical to decide like
Mhm.
20%, 50% who's doing what, who's doing this, who's doing that. That seems very, very hard to mitigate or to officiate, especially when you're not just dealing with like if you're just dealing with Elite 15, great. You can do whatever you want for 15 teams, but you've
Yeah.
got to do this for everybody.
Right.
So it's got to be realistic logistically.
Well,
And
we still see though that the top times are still a situation though where the female contributes. Like when we had Cole who set the record in the mixed
yes,
doubles in Australia, and his partner was still someone that could help smash the stations.
yes. And hopefully that maybe that starts a trend that way. Because I mean, for a while it was Ronkovic where he just did everything. Basically, he ran. Because if you look at like, so um what was the record that Cole and I'm sorry, I've forgotten his teammate's name. Do you
Was
remember?
it 48 something?
48 something. Yeah. So that's good because before Ronkovic, like Ronkovic's open time is a 50, right? And that was actually faster than the mixed doubles for a long time.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I don't know. I enjoy mixed doubles in DECA very much. It's one of like the mixed double mile, the one you and I did. That is still my favorite one to watch.
Yeah.
Right, and the strategy that plays out, everything that goes on, I think it's great.
Mhm.
And so I really enjoy mixed doubles in any sport. So I would
Mhm.
like for High Rocks to figure out how to get that done. And I mean, I've never put a ton of thought into it. Maybe that's something I'll do, and then I'll suggest something, and then 6 years from now they'll take me up on it. Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, I would love that to be a thing. And like I said, I enjoy mixed doubles of any sport.
Mhm.
It's mixed up, even tennis, mixed doubles. Tennis is cool. Just always, I think it's great.
Mhm.
Um,
Relay and track and field.
oh, I love the mixed
Or
relay,
yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
like back and forth, and depending on where you put the people, it's
Yeah.
and the mixed relay for Hyrox, I enjoy that.
Mhm.
You know, I, but again, I think it's one of those where getting four people together all the time,
Yeah.
it'll be different when they're in the Olympics.
In the Olympics.
Sorry, I guess if you're just listening, you couldn't see my face on that. Um,
That was a I'm being sarcastic face.
very much so, very much so. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, I think we've talked about nothing long enough.
Yeah.
This is a Seinfeld episode. Actually, I think that will probably do it. Seinfeld. Do you actually get that reference, Beth, the Seinfeld episode?
I've never watched Seinfeld, but
I didn't think so.
I understand the premise of the show.
The show was supposed to be a show about nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so this was a show about nothing.
Nothing but everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was good. We haven't had a chat in beers, and it's been a week. We didn't
Mm.
even talk about hockey.
Oh, hockey.
Yeah, hockey. We'll talk about hockey another time. And and did you say you had gym drama? We talked about everything
No,
about
hockey drama. We had like a
hockey. Oh
big
yeah.
serious injury.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, so first off, how's the kid?
Hmm?
How's the kid? The injured
He's
kid?
good.
He's
Oh,
okay?
yeah, he's fine. Yeah. And he did get back on the ice our next game 5 days later, 6 days later. And I was worried he would have a bit of apprehension with going into the corners and stuff, but he was fine, which is really good. So, yeah, we had a kid hit center ice, elbowed across the face, sent him spinning. And yeah, he was not able to communicate with me for a good 20 seconds. His chin was split wide open. There was a lot of blood. It was a really, really dirty, dirty move. Um,
I saw
but
it and I concur. I like good. I
yeah,
like hard hockey, and that was cheap shot.
yes, it was awful. And his family was pretty upset. He was pretty upset initially, and there is an appeal process that they're going through anyways. But yeah, he's okay. And I steri stripped him back together with a lot of steri strips because the blood was a lot, and we did it bench side, and it felt so hockey. And um yeah, and then the ER nurse complimented my ER doctor complimented my
Oh,
work. I know. He
Nice.
said I saved him probably 5 more stitches because I was able to do it so quickly and efficiently. And now the
That's
team
pretty
calls me
impressive.
doctor, and I think it's really cute. But yeah,
It,
it was a really kind of dramatic moment. And being the trainer, like the boys do get hurt a bit, but this one was a lot. And you're not always prepared for that. And you know, the amount of blood and stuff that was involved. And they're still kids at the end of the day, and they still do get upset when there's a lot of, there's still, when I tell them
I'm
bleeding,
gonna
you're probably going to
die.
need stitches, and then they do still get emotionally upset by it. So, um, yeah, that was the hockey drama last weekend. So,
My last and I still have the scar from it. The last time I had to get our version, so we'll call this what would this would be like the 90s version of hockey medical attention.
oh yeah,
There was a big
get them off
schmozzle.
the ice and control the bleeding.
There was a big schmozzle. I was actually playing defense on this one. I wasn't playing goal. Big schmozzle in front of the net, and somehow I took a stick right across the bicep, and
Where
it
there's no
cut
padding.
cut it right open. Yeah, of course, there's no padding
Mm.
there. And I cut it right open, and we get to the bench, and like, oh, it's a lot of blood. And sure enough, what's the solution? We grab the hockey tape
Yeah.
from wrapping it
Yeah.
around. It's good. We're good to go.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I still have the scar.
Oh yeah. I'm like the ultimate prepared trainer though, and I carry around this giant bag, and the parents have always teased me like, "What's in your bag?" I'm like, "Everything that your kid is ever gonna need, I promise you." And I'm like, I'm glad I had it all though, because I have wound cleaner and I have steri
Yeah.
strips and I have all the tape and like I have gauze, and I am prepared because I feel like I've grown up in this world, and I'm like, anything can happen. And I don't want there to be a situation where all I needed was some steri strips, and then I would have saved this kid a giant scar on his face. And so yeah, I'm quite prepared. But I've been at hockey games. We have a senior A team, so it's like they're paid hockey players. A lot of them are retired NHL players, or they played professionally in Europe, and so they play out of Strathroy. And I've been asked to stand in as the trainer there, and
Ooh.
their trainer is like, he's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. He said, I just know I gotta get them off the ice, control the bleeding, and send them to the hospital. Like he's just this old man who's always been their trainer, and he
Yeah.
literally has no idea what he's doing. And I'm like, this is for like sort of professional hockey players. Like this, it's kind of crazy. But again, it's kind of hockey. Like it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of part of the culture. It's kind of
When
funny.
when I trained, so my cousin, he was 17, was playing, I guess it was select. And I was technically the trainer. My brother and myself and my uncle coached the team. I was technically the trainer. And in my bag, I had a small jar of dirt.
No.
Yes, so we could rub some dirt on it and say, get the fuck back out there.
That's awful. I don't know if I believe this story.
You never used it, but it was in the bag. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
joke. It was a joke in the
Oh,
bag.
okay.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had other things.
Okay.
I actually, and also before I played, like before I played on our union team, I was trainer so before I played in the old timer team, I was trainer for the open team. And the biggest thing we had in the bag there was every hangover cure imaginable.
Oh man, I believe that.
Because every guy would come in this is tradesman union hockey. They were just smashed the night before. And it
Yeah.
was a wonder most of them could even skate. So
Hmm.
like, okay, we got lots of Tylenol and Advil, and yeah, we got lots of electrolytes here, everything to get the hangover, even a Bloody Mary. That's
Yeah. Some pickle juice, maybe.
no, I didn't know about pickle juice at the
Yeah, that's
time.
kind of a new thing.
I had no idea what that was. Pickle juice, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I have a fail thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, and this is
Okay.
kind of a long. This is got to the judging thing for me. So I saw this and I wrote it down when I saw watching basketball. Guy named Draymond Green. So he felt the ref missed a call. Doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. What matters is like how he acted. He started yelling at the ref and disrespecting the ref.
Mm.
Ended up he got a technical foul, so he responded or a technical, right? So he responded from getting the technical by upping the ante more and screaming and yelling more. and all that stuff. And then, of course, he got a second technical foul and got kicked out. And I'm just like, I think about this and I'm like, if you want a judge to be good for you or a ref to be good for you or at least be fair to you, be polite. Even if you disagree, like
Hmm.
just be like, oh, dude, I think you missed that one.
Yeah.
And you know what? The ref is more likely going to go, maybe I did. And you're more likely going to get more of a better a better feel from him than if you just start calling him a jackass,
Yeah.
you
We've
know?
had some conversations with Mason's coach about this one.
Yeah, it don't
We're
work.
like, we love the passion, but you kind of got to tone it down with the refs.
I had one, I was coaching my son's soccer team, and the ref I felt missed a call.
Mhm.
Or he called a handball, maybe he made a call. And I just looked at him and I looked at him and I said, I respectfully disagree. And he just laughed. I was like,
But again, I think there's a culture in certain sports
oh,
that have made certain things okay. And I think hockey is one of them, where yelling at the refs is literally part of the culture. And I
I,
think now, so you haven't been around the hockey scene in a while, but now,
ow.
well, so this is new, like maybe
Okay.
this year, or maybe I think it's probably this year. New refs wear a green armband. So if you yell at a ref with a green armband, you are automatically ejected.
Okay. Eh, all right. But you can yell at a ref without a green armband.
Yes.
I would have liked to have been on the conversation where they put this rule in, going, really? We're going to do this?
Yeah. Hmm.
Wow. Yeah. No. Anytime I officiated
I mean, they're
anything,
usually the linesmen, though, right? They're usually not the refs.
but those are the ones you should never be yelling at. I mean, it's an offside or it's not an offside.
No, but sometimes people just yell at the
Oh,
ones in the black and white stripes, right?
I'm okay with people from the fans yelling stuff if it's witty and funny.
Uh-huh.
But like when you
Hmm.
get offensive, that's no good. I don't like that. But
Yeah.
witty and funny stuff where you're like, and this is, oh my God. So this would be kind of the canceled thing nowadays. But I think back to when my brother was playing high level hockey. And I remember one of the dads on the team would yell out, and he had two favorite ones. He's um, like he would yell the guy's number, "Hey, 67, put on some shoulder pads. You look like a man," and stuff like that. And it was when to get a penalty, it's like that's okay. They were a man short with you on the ice anyway. It
So
just
this is also new in hockey, which you wouldn't probably know about. Anything that is racial, gender
uh,
bias, anything, you automatic 7 games.
so the that was coming in actually near the end of when I was playing
Mhm.
and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
So
an automatic 7 games,
There's a
but
list of like 40 words that will give you a 7 game suspension.
so you got to get more creative. I mean, what that reminds me like TV used to have like the banned 9 words or whatever it was that you couldn't
Yeah.
say on TV. Wow, that
I mean, it's more games than the
the
player got who
fights.
tried to murder our kid.
Um, yeah, that's pretty harsh.
It
That's
is.
pretty
But
harsh.
again, as everything goes, like the pendulum has swung so far
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a certain
right.
direction. And I understand what they're trying to do, but now, you know, we're kind of missing the point of, okay, well, we need to protect the kids first. So like we shouldn't over punish this with like kind of missing the things that, these kids could have damage from.
Okay. So racist things and sexual things and all that I got it. What about stuff about like the other team's mom? You allowed to go there? Is that okay? Is that on the list?
I don't know. Probably not. I wouldn't test it.
Somebody's got to.
7 games, Dave.
You're
That's a lot.
probably lucky that I don't live closer to you. I think I'd be a bad influence.
Oh, yeah. You'd be kicked out of arenas.
No, no, I would get other people to do it. I'm an experiment. Like when I was
You're the
coaching,
puppeteer.
when I was coaching soccer, I had my son's best friend's mom was my assistant coach, and I threw her right under the bus. She's like, she started screaming at the ref. She's like, "Ref, you need my glasses here. I'll let you borrow them." And the ref turned around and he's like, "Who said that?" I'm like, "Oh, that was so her." Out you go.
Oh,
No, yeah, I do. I miss minor hockey. I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed when my daughter played. I used to enjoy watching my brother. I enjoy playing myself, but oh, my knees just feel so much nicer.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have dinner. By the way, this was probably the most like general kind of conversation. This is how we talk normally. I think this was pretty
Yeah. Yeah.
a little cleaned up, but
Yeah, it's
all
true.
right.
Yeah.
Beth, take us home. By the way, it's coming up soon will be Phoenix Major for our High Rock, so we'll have a preview show for that and stuff. In But yeah, this was a nice little lull where you could just shoot the shit.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for listening. Um, yeah, and if you ever have any fails and sales for us from the weekend that we might have missed, feel free to send them in. Um, yeah, and just keep us updated. So thanks again. Keep crushing it.
Take care.